All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we are waiting on the reveal. As you guys can see, it's going to be in 14 hours. We will be seeing the official card arts. We'll get the reveal of what the theme of the celebration is going to be. Now, I am fully expecting and anticipating that it's going to be a team-up theme, like the event that they dropped, the team battle. So, you know, for probably a lot of the LRs, they might hit, like, this sort of concept, a lot of the EZAs, right? Remember that this character, a lot of people were, like, really, like, oh, like, you know, they updated some Rose, like, sprite assets, and people were like, oh my god, it was right under our nose. But remember, a lot of times they'll do stuff like that, and then it takes them a long time to follow through with it. They did a similar thing with this character right here. This was last August. Seemed like they were about to EZA, and they still haven't. I mean, this is a 2021 Yellow Coin LR. This is a costume change mechanic character that has not gotten their EZA yet. If this is indeed going to be a team up, like your team battle celebration or something like that, then this is what we could be looking at. Now, Kabuki threw an idea out at me here. And this is something that One Piece Treasure Cruise has. Versus units. So this is a special type of character that requires a specific other character to be present on the team. Okay, to activate their unique verse special ability and potentially enhance stats. Units are designed to be paired with their counterpart, creating a dynamic where their abilities synergize or activate based on the presence of the other unit. But, like, okay, so, like, this would be, like, you know, like a Vegito Blue versus a Zamasu card, right? Like, it would, like, the you know, a card would be, it would be, you know, Namek Super Saiyan Goku versus Final Form Frieza, right? Like it would be that type of card, which certainly could be interesting, right? We have tag characters in the game right now, which, I mean, I would say there's, like, it's probably more likely that they're going to just be, like, tag characters, but I thought that this was an interesting idea that we could certainly cover, right? But, like, a tag character will have all of these categories. And the reason it's impressive is because they have all of the categories of both units, right? So it's like, you know, this, you know, unit starts as Goku, is on Vegeta family. Maybe a better one to look at is actually Goku and Frieza, because then it's like, you know, you get this Frieza here on Goku family, or you have Goku on Wicked Bloodline, right? Like, they're on completely different category teams, Goku characters and Friezas, right? Like so many of these, like, look at this, like, Gifted Warriors, Otherworld Warriors, Resurrected Warriors, Successors, those are all there specifically just because of Frieza, right? Pure Saiyan, Kamehameha, Goku family, just because of Goku. Wicked Bloodline, just because of Frieza, right? So, having, like, a character like this, I presume that, like, if Dokkan did one of these versus characters, it would be the same kind of thing. Where, you know, let's say it's Vegito Blue versus Zamasu, right? Let's go with that. So, let's just pull up these two right here. That means that, like, they would be on all of this as well. Successors, Exploding Rage, Super Bosses, Patar, well, they, you know, Vegito will be on Patar anyway, but you guys get the point, right? Like, they would have a lot of crossover, Worldwide Chaos, which could be huge. Dokkan, they've done this for a while now, where they've molded the game around the mission-based content, right? The mission-based content is a huge thing with Dokkan. And having these now, like, tag characters, and then potentially, like, this idea, these verse characters, would really, really, really help players out. Is there, like, a category that one of these tag characters is on that really helps out? Like, what's, like, a super, like, kind of, like, smallish category? I don't know, but something like Time Limit, Sworn Enemies, what's another one? I don't know. I mean, because, remember, some of these, like, the Successor category might have been, like, a good category, but maybe not the craziest of all time. But now, with tag characters, all of these, like, 10th anniversary cards are all on there, right? So, it just, like, instantly, you're turning these, like, categories that might have been just, like, solid or something like that into a crazy category. So now if they do a successor mission, like we easily have the options to pretty easily get a successor's mission done pretty simply there. So, all right, so we read that first part here. So, key aspects of verse units, pairing requirement. Verse units cannot be used to their full potential without the presence of the designated partner unit on the same team. Okay, but I guess that could potentially just eat into what I was just talking about, though. Right, so it's like, okay, the character, like, let's use Goku and Frieza. Since we've got this character pulled up right here, let's use Namek Goku versus Final Form Frieza as an example, right? Let's say that that's like a part 2 character we're gonna get. Like, we wouldn't be able to just run a straight up Goku family team then, without like also having like the Frieza on there or something, right? Or could it work? Like, because it wouldn't work where, like, if we use the unit, like let's say this one is Final Form Frieza, this one's Goku. We're running them on Goku family, but then we have a Super Saiyan Goku on the team. Maybe that would still work, right? Because that would be big. Because then it's, remember, like these types of characters, the category-based missions is where they could have just so much value. Let's keep reading this. So, verse special. Upon fulfilling specific conditions, such as hitting with normal attacks using certain orb types, verse unit can activate a unique verse special ability that provides powerful buffs or effects to the team. So, I mean, that could just be, you know, things like we've seen, like, active skills, standbys, like those types of abilities or something like that, sure. Verse transformation. After the special is activated, verse unit may also transform into a verse form, gaining enhanced stats and potentially new abilities. That just reminds me, I think that's a Dragon Ball Heroes card, where it's Beerus versus Champa, like fighting each other, and like their super attack is, you know, like that, like Beerus and Champa kind of like fighting each other, and you're just in the way, right? Like that was something that was in the Dragon Ball Super manga pretty early on that they showed, but like that, like seeing this, like that's kind of like what I think about. Like it's like the enemy, which kind of just be in the middle of the fight. So like again, I've been using this like Namek Goku versus Frieza like idea, but then like just imagine like some of these animations, like this type of stuff would be playing, and then like they're just like fighting and destroying like Namek, and then like the boss is just kind of like caught in the crossfire, because at the very end Goku does knock him into the lava, right? So like, yeah, get smacked Frieza, bam bam bam, and then the elbow right into the lava, right? So you could see how just like the flying around, the damage, the explosions and stuff like that could really lead to, I guess, collateral damage, we would say. Let me also take a look at Full Power Frieza's. Let's just look at that same animation. The fierce hand-to-hand battle right there. I think they did do it. They did a really good job with these cards, right? Like having that 12 key animation for them being kind of like similar-ish like that in a way. Yeah, their animations do look very good for these characters. And then obviously Frieza's 18 key, right? Having the huge death ball that's going to explode. This is absolutely something that we could see, right? Like, you know, like the boss caught in collateral damage from shit like this. Or imagine like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Perfect Cell have like the Kamehameha clash, and it just like decimates the battlefield. So like you could see how that's certainly an idea they could do. And I mean, these games do copy off of each other quite a bit, right? Legends, Dokkan, One Piece Treasure Cruise. Like I've heard a lot of people a lot of times like, oh, like Dokkan's getting something that's like similar to what One Piece has had before. Because remember, the One Piece Treasure Cruise game is actually a little bit older than Dokkan. I think by what, like a couple of months, like 5 months or so, something like that. And then finally, synergy. Verse units are designed with synergy in mind, often boosting similar classes or character types that their partner unit also utilizes. Sometimes lead to team building challenges of the class don't naturally synergize, excuse me. Well, I mean, it certainly is a good idea. I think that if they did this, there would be real excitement, right? Like, if the reveal happens later tonight, and it's, you know, Vegito Blue versus Zama. Like, okay, let's say that, like, one card is, like, tag, like, Goku Black and Zamasu that fuse. Maybe one card is, like, tag Goku and Vegeta that fuse. And then they also have, like, a Vegito Blue versus Zamasu card or something. Like, that would be crazy. Right? But, like, I do still love the idea of 6 LRs. I mean, I'm holding out hope for another 6 LR celebration. I actually am. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the idea of a versus unit being introduced into Dokkan. Remember that historically, Anniversary and Worldwide Download Celebration, which is now the Global Dokkan Celebration, these do have new mechanics often introduced. So, I mean, I'm not going to be super shocked if this celebration has got some type of new mechanic and these characters are introducing some type of new mechanic. So, let me know what you guys think about the concept of characters, like a versus character. I like it. I think it could be fun. I think that's the type of thing that could be kind of fresh. And if they do it in the right way, it's another thing that's going to make, you know, categories, weaker categories stronger and, you know, make some of these missions maybe feel less tedious to play. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.